everyone, my name is Nazarena. I come from England and I'm currently participating in a service civique international project in Laval, France. I work in a high school, lycée Ambroise Paré, and with la Maison de l'Europe en Mayenne. The goals of my placement are to improve intercultural awareness among the youth in Laval and work on the sustainable development goals with them. So I'm going to answer some questions about my experiences here in France. So firstly, how do you think this experience will help you in your future career? So my education before I came here, and I hope my future career is in the humanitarian sector, and knowing French is an important skill in this domain, so I'm definitely going to benefit from that. Additionally, the experience of working on the sustainable development projects, such as for the International Women's Day and with the eco-delegates, who were the students who were responsible for climate action in the high school, have also both been really valuable. What skills did you learn or improve while abroad? I improved my public speaking skills because I've delivered so many presentations, both in English and in French. I couldn't imagine that I'd be able to deliver a presentation in another language, but now I'm able to, so it's really fantastic. Would you live and work in a foreign country? Did your mobility program have an impact on this decision? So I've previously worked and volunteered in other English-speaking countries, and this current mobility in France has given me the confidence that no matter the language spoken in the country, it's not a barrier. I have the capability to adapt. So yes, definitely I will continue to live and work in foreign countries in the future, and this mobility has opened up the non-English speaking world for me. Did you already plan to visit the country before? Do you think you would have had the chance to discover the country otherwise? So I come from England, so like most English people, I've visited France on holiday before, but I never ever imagined living here, which is a completely different experience. There's no way that I would have done it without this mobility opportunity. Did the people you met have an impact on your life? If so, how? I mean, each person that I met taught me something new. I love learning from the other volunteers about their histories, their lives, their countries. For example, my family is a volunteer from Ireland, and she was able to tell me about the modern impacts of the conflict in Northern Ireland, which, even though I live in the UK, is not something that I knew about before. A funny story that happened to you while abroad. I changed my phone to French and maybe slightly before I was ready, and one day I was texting a BlaBlaCar ride and she sent me a text. I didn't know what it meant, so I tried to copy it to translate it, but I accidentally hit delete, and then a message came up, are you sure you want to delete this message? Because once you delete it, it's irreversible. And then there was a choice between annule and supprimer, and in that moment I was so stressed, I forgot the difference and I deleted the message, and then I was so embarrassed to say, I'm sorry, can you resend your message, because I accidentally deleted it because my phone's in French and I didn't understand it, that I just didn't say anything, and I hoped the message wasn't important. And then the next day I managed to get the BlaBlaCar anyway, so it worked out okay in the end. Why did you decide to go abroad and to that specific country? It was random, really. I didn't think too hard before I went. I just saw a good opportunity to develop my skills and help others, and so I went for it. What were your goals before leaving, and did you achieve them? So once I knew I was going to France, I decided that I was going to commit myself to learning French, or of which I knew nothing before I left. And I'm getting there. Every week I see improvement, and that makes me so happy and proud of myself. How did you feel right before leaving your home country, and how do you feel now? So it was a last-minute decision to take up this opportunity in France, and I had to give up my internship at a humanitarian organisation in England that I was in the middle of, so I was scared that I might not be making the right decision for my career. Everyone around me was like, why on earth are you moving to France? Like, we just don't understand. So I was nervous, but now I feel confident because I have achieved so much here. It's been a period of growth for me. What personal challenges did you face, and how did you overcome them? So the biggest struggle by far was the language barrier, but I'm getting through that with the support of my host instructors. They've given me access to so many resources, as well as taking the time to talk with me to help me improve. So yeah, I'm getting there. What are the differences between the academic system of your country and the mobility country? What do you like and dislike? So another problem that I faced, I was working in a school where the students seemed to have no free time to do extracurricular things that I wanted to organise with them. I think French students spend too much time in classes. In England, it's much less. But I'm really impressed by the general language skills of the students. Sometimes I'll ask them, oh, do you want this presentation in English or in French? And they're like, oh, honey, trust us, English is fine. Okay. What is one thing that you wouldn't have learned without this experience? So I learned how to be more confident in myself. I think that knowing that I'm able to move to a country where actually I didn't speak any of the language before I came, and now I'm thriving, like I'm able to be proud of myself and know that I've really achieved something, and so I have confidence that if I can do this, I can do anything. Did you experience a cultural shock? If so, in what sense? Yes, I don't want to be rude, but I was shocked at how cold the French people were. Like, in the countries that I'd done mobilities in before, they were the USA and Kenya, and they are known for being open and friendly. So I guess I was expecting the same in France, and then when that didn't happen, I was pretty shook. But of course, there's plenty of nice people. You just have to get to know them a bit and like crack through that cold exterior. Can you tell us one thing that you loved and one thing that you hated about your destination? I loved the food, the baguette sandwiches, quiche, flan, eclairs, galette, raclette, everything. As for what I hated, the COVID restrictions felt never ending. It was like Groundhog Day while I had to watch my own country open up out of lockdown. That's painful. Tell us one stereotype of the country. Okay, the stereotypes about eating baguettes all the time is 100% true. Tell us one funny expression you learned. Tomber dans les pommes, to faint. Tell us a personal anecdote or funny story caused by a cultural misunderstanding. I mean, that's like every day, every conversation with my boss. On my first day, he was showing me around the high school and he said, and this is where the students go when they're naughty. And I said, oh yeah, in English we call that detention. And he said to me, no, Nazarena, in France, when our students are naughty, we don't send them to prison. Another time I wrote RSVP on an event invitation and my boss asked me, what is this RSVP thing? And I said, how can you not know what RSVP is? It's literally French. It stands for Répondez, s'il vous plaît. And it's something that's so common on event invitations in England, so I was shocked that it's not a thing in France. What's the best city or village that you visited and why? The best city I visited was Colmar. The buildings were so beautiful and colourful. I felt like I was in a fairy tale. Did you learn to cook something new? No, I ate at the high school all year. I literally cooked nothing all year. It was fantastic because the food was amazing, but I probably missed an opportunity there. What's your favourite dish or drink from your mobility country? I think I could eat flan 24/7 and not be bored of it. Just sweet, soft deliciousness. Okay, thank you for watching. Bye.